What makes this even more of a slap in the face is the fact that everything that men say they invented, they literally stole from women.
Gentlemen, put on your tinfoil hats. We have reached peak delusion. She is actually about to tell you that men invented nothing, not even fire, and that we stole it all from women. She's using fiction books as facts. This is what happens when you hate men more than you love the truth. Watch.
What makes this even more of a slap in the face is the fact that everything that men say they invented, they literally stole from women. They literally did. Like, they literally never had an original thought whatsoever. They just saw women doing things and then stole her idea and didn't give her credit. And that's why they have the narrative that women don't know anything and women didn't create anything, because they never gave us credit for it. They literally never did any of the hard work. Einstein's wife was the one helping him with these mathematical equations. Dr. Seuss's wife was the one helping him write these stories. I bet you every single creator, every single inventor, every single poet, every single musician, every single man stole the creative ideas of whatever woman he was in the closest proximity to and stamped his name on it and took credit for it. And then in the same breath, they turn around, they tell us to take accountability. They tell us to take accountability. The more you learn about history, the more you realize that even pottery, even painting, even the invention of fire were all created by women. And I'm tired of the way that men constantly degrade, objectify, and dehumanize women when they know good and well that without women they wouldn't even exist. Did we not read and watch Lord of the Flies? Do you guys remember what happened in that movie? They were little boys, right? And they started unaliving each other because they can't even handle being in a group together. They can't even handle it. There always has to be a woman there to create peace.
Okay, cut it. I have heard some crazy things, but claiming men stole the invention of fire is a new level of historical fiction. First off, Lord of the Flies is a novel. It is a made-up story. Using that as proof of male nature is like using Harry Potter as proof that magic is real. In the real world, when men get together, we build cities, we storm beaches, and we engineer the phone you are screaming into. You can't hate the builder and love the building. If you really believe men are useless, go live in a cave. Oh wait, you can't. You don't know how to start a fire.
No one talks about this, but how a man treats you when he is mad is actually who he really is. Listen, when someone's upset, their filter completely disappears, and what's left is the absolute truth. So if your partner gets mad and starts calling you cruel names, saying things to tear you down or make you feel small, that's not just anger talking. Not at all. That is what they really think of you. See, they've just been waiting for the right moment or the right time to literally say it out loud, because love does not look like humiliation. Respect, doesn't vanish just because someone's mad or upset. Real men can be angry without being verbally abusive. They can communicate without cutting you into a million pieces in the process. So if he's the kind of man that says the ugliest things in the heat of the moment, then apologizes for it later like, I didn't mean it, I was just mad. Believe me, friend, he meant it. Anger doesn't create new feelings, it just exposes the ones that he has been hiding. You deserve someone who can be frustrated and still be kind, someone who protects your heart even when they are hurting.
False. Anger isn't a truth serum, it's a defense mechanism. If I stub my toe and curse at the wall, it doesn't mean I deeply hate the drywall. It means I'm in pain. She says anger reveals the real you? Nah, that's a double standard. When they get emotional and say crazy stuff, they want grace. But when you slip up, you're a monster forever? Don't take the bait. Master your emotions because discipline is power, not because she's right.
You should believe that every single man is a terrible fucking person. Literally, every single one of them. You should believe that every single one of them are evil. The harsh reality is that as a woman, you have to believe that it's all men. It's your coworker, it's your son, it's your father, it's your uncle. There's a woman that posted a video on here talking about how she went out with her male coworker, and she woke up the next day after going out for a drink with her male coworker to missing teeth, a cracked fucking jaw, and blood all over the place. It literally took for me to work in a field of being the only woman working with all men to understand that this is what they do. One of the main tactics that they're going to use if they want to assault somebody and harm a woman, they will use it under the guise of going out after work and having alcohol be involved. As a woman, You have to believe that it's all men. You have to believe that it's all men.
Okay, let's be crystal clear. What happened to that girl? Horrific. If that guy drugged her and hurt her, he belongs under the jail. That is not a man, that is a predator. But this reaction, this is poison. You do not keep women safe by teaching them to view their own fathers and sons as monsters. That is how you destroy society. There are bad men, yes, but there are also millions of us who would stand between a woman and danger without a second thought. You don't stay safe by living in paranoid fear of 50% of the population. You stay safe by learning to spot the snakes, not by pretending the lions who protect you are the enemy.
I'm gonna explain a concept that all of you guys should know about men. This is gonna be painful, so grab some tissue. So it's like a very sick cycle. I'm sorry. Basically, a man will like you, right? He'll be interested in you, right? He will pursue you, right? He will get with you, right? You'll be in your honeymoon stage. You'll be in love with him, right? And then he'll start being disrespectful, rude, crossing boundaries. That can be a lot of things. It can be as simple as calling you out your name, which is not simple, but you know what I mean? Or all the way to like being unloyal and, losing your trust, etc., etc. Now, what's going to happen when that happens is you're going to have this fit of rage, and you're not going to know what to do, and you're going to freak out, and you're going to argue and yell and fuss and fight, and he's going to tell you that he's none of those things that you say that he is and that he didn't mean it, and you're going to forgive him. Now, this is where it gets really messed up. After you show how that made you feel, he's going to like you a lot less. Even though he was the one who made you feel that way, you reacting made him like you a little bit less.
So let me get this straight. She admits to screaming, fighting, having a fit of rage, and blowing up his phone. And then she's confused why he likes her less? That isn't a man's evil cycle. That is called cause and effect. Here is the reality check she missed. Men prioritize peace. The new girl isn't winning because she's ignorant. She is winning because she is pleasant. If you turn into a banshee every time you get upset, a high-value man isn't going to fight for you. He is going to replace you. She says he is the problem. Nah, if everywhere you go smells like garbage, it's time to check your own shoes.
The realization on women's faces when they finally really realize how evil men are and how much they don't like women is kind of similar to the look that you see on a child's face when you first tell them that the tooth fairy isn't real. I know that I'm not the only woman out there on earth right now that feels very, very discouraged and disappointed in the male population. I'm not trying to fearmonger and tell you all that every single man that's walking this earth is evil or is a bad person, but it is few and far between. If you've been on TikTok, if you've been anywhere on the internet lately, you have read and you have seen the 70,000 men group chat of all men discussing ways to better abuse us, to find easier ways to assault us, to group us. This is extremely, extremely alarming, but it is just further proof that it is all men until proven innocent.
She quotes a radical feminist to justify treating 50% of the human population like monsters. She points to one bad group chat as proof that 4 billion men are evil? That isn't smart. That is a delusion. She calls it survival tactics. I call it the fast track to dying alone. Real men protect women. We don't hunt them. Don't let her projected trauma convince you that good men don't exist. Stay stoic, kings.
This is it. This is exactly it. I might as well take the label they give me and embody it. This is what happens when you go around and spew that all men are inherently evil. I made a previous video in response to seeing so many feminists keep going with the all men are inherently evil, as they are still doing after the huge discourse that's been going around a trans man who made a video about the hate that they're experiencing as being a man, and other creators twisting his words completely and erasing any and all queerness and just making it a boo-hoo, you're a white man. Awful. But I see so many feminists keep pushing that all men are inherently evil. Another group of feminists trying to say like, oh no, they're not that serious, they're just exaggerating. And then the first one saying, no, I do mean it, all men are inherently evil. And this is what happens. They think that they can take the label and just go with it. Because if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. It is just excusing the bad of all men. You see people saying, well, he's just a man. It's in his DNA. Yeah, he raped that woman, but like, he needs it. It's one of his needs. He's a man. It's ingrained in him. People are genuinely using that logic.
She's right about this self-fulfilling prophecy. If you treat men like villains, don't be shocked when we stop trying to be heroes. But then she claims hating men doesn't hold power. Wrong. Hate is hate. You can't demand equality while making excuses for your own toxicity. You want better men, stop demonizing masculinity.
That's great that you love unconditionally, but guess what? That's not going to make men like you more. That's not going to make men want to love you more unconditionally, because that's not men's purpose here. Men's purpose is to eat, sleep, and fuck. That's it. They don't care about your unconditional love. They're not appreciative of your unconditional love. They're going to take your unconditional love, use it until they cannot use it anymore, and they will discard you. They will forget that you ever existed, and they'll go do it to the next woman, and then to the next woman, and then to the next woman, until they can't do it anymore. Men are not capable of love. If men were so capable of love, how come the only time that you can see them love is through a movie, or through a song, or through a book? You do not go through the real world seeing men display expression of love.
Where do I even start? First, she says men's only purpose is to eat, sleep, and smash. Lady, men built the car you were sitting in, the road you were driving on, and the satellite network that uploaded your video. That takes a little more ambition than just sleeping. Don't let the internet convince you that men are monsters just because some people have terrible taste in partners. We are the builders and the protectors. Never forget that.
I just wanted to come on here and tell you girls that your man is someone else's ideal man. You might think that your man might not be able to get anyone better than you. But I'm sorry to tell you, they could. They might not know it, but they could. We like to bitch and complain about our husbands, that they're not doing enough, that they're lazy, that they need to take you out more, that they're just annoying. But trust me, to another woman, your husband might be the best, most amazing thing ever. Like, literally what they've been waiting for their whole life. We literally say the same thing for women. Like, another man would love to have us, right? Another man would see us differently than our husbands. It goes the same way with our husbands, okay? So if you really think that your husband cannot go out there and find someone better, let me tell you, they could, and they would. So if you have a good man at home, take care of your man.
She is 100% correct. One woman's boring, nice guy is another woman's peace and stability. While you are busy nagging him about the dishes, there's a woman out there praying for a man who just comes home every night. The market for good, loyal, hardworking men is high demand, low supply. If you treat a good man like an option, don't be surprised when a smarter woman treats him like a priority.
Can we talk about the man that actually cares about you? He's trying all he can to show you that he loves you and that he's there for you. He's trying to be your shoulder to cry on even through all of your overthinking and crazy moments. But then you push that man away as if he's nothing, even though he is the type of man that is so rare to come by. That man deserves to know that he's rare and that he's appreciated. But the worst part is when that man not only gets pushed away by the woman that he cares for, but when he also has to listen to her and other women ask, where are all the good men? While he's literally standing right there in front of you, single as a Pringle. And unfortunately, what that shows that man is that no matter what he does, it's not going to matter. It's not going to be enough. He's just going to be played again, even though that man is exactly the man that you're going to be asking for in 5 more years. And while you're looking for that man in 5 more years, he's either going to be with his wife or in peaceful singleness.
She's spot on. Women chase the tingles and the toxic dudes, ignore the good guy standing right there, and then ask, where did all the good men go? He didn't go anywhere. You just friend-zoned him because he was boring. Fellas, simple rule. Never be the cleanup crew. If she didn't want you when she was having fun, she doesn't get you when she's ready to settle down. Don't be the retirement plan. Next.
The lack of awareness some women have about men is honestly shocking. You want to know what worries my husband the most right now? It's not me. It's not our relationship. It's not even himself. We had a very real conversation the other day, open, honest, and mutual. And these were his exact words. His first priority, his mission, his job, his purpose, because a man without a mission is doomed. He knows that if he loses that, he loses himself. And I helped him understand that it's okay to put that first, because when a man is living in his purpose, everything else falls into place, including me, including us. Second is his mom. His elderly mom lives in another country. He supports her, takes care of her, makes sure that she's okay. That's the kind of man that he is. Third, me. And before some of you freak out, let me explain. He said, you're not a worry right now. We're good. We're solid. You're my peace, not my problem. And that hit me deep, because when you're not giving your man chaos, he can focus on his mission.
Did you hear that? You are my peace, not my problem. That is the golden rule. Fellas, she's right. Your mission comes first, always. If you put her above your purpose, you lose your edge, and then you lose her. And to the ladies watching, he is out there busting his back, putting himself last to keep you comfortable. If you come home bringing drama and nagging instead of peace, you are an expense, not an investment. Be his peace or be replaced. It's that simple.
Not every woman can be taught, okay? And why is that? Because not every woman wants to learn or is willing to learn. You can tell within minutes who's who. She either listens to understand or she listens just to prove that she's right. You cannot mold a hardened stone. You can only shape clay that is willing to mold. And I'm sorry, but too many women today have turned themselves into stone, cold, defensive, so obsessed with not needing a man that they have forgotten how to be with one. You can call it independence, but he feels it as resistance. A man who is truly in his masculine energy, he is a builder by nature. He's not trying to control you. He's trying to create with you, but you don't let him. He cannot build his kingdom if the queen keeps burning down all of the walls. He wants to lead, not debate. He wants to protect, not prove. And when you keep fighting his direction, you're not showing strength. You're showing fear, and he's going to resent you. Fear of surrender, fear of trust, fear that if you soften up, that you're going to lose whatever control that you think you have. The right man doesn't want to control you. He wants to guide you. He wants peace, not power. And he also wants your respect, not your rebellion. When a man feels trusted, he becomes his best self.
She nailed it. You can shape clay, but you can't mold stone. Fellas, if she's combative, defensive, and fighting you at every turn, she isn't independent. She is a headache. You can't build a kingdom with someone who is trying to burn down the castle. And for the ladies, men don't want to control you. We want to lead you, but we can't lead someone who treats every suggestion like an attack. Stop fighting your own captain, and maybe the ship won't sink. Find a teammate, not an opponent. Next.
A man that chooses to be a provider, but a man that chooses to not throw it in your face, period. Like, praise Jesus, praise Jesus. A man that is able to provide for his woman and has his woman looking good because she has the time for it. It's all about time. Like, most women are working themselves to the ground, and I just want to appreciate my man for allowing me to be feminine. This is why I can get ready every day, why I can go shopping to get clothes that I look good and that I feel good in, why I can do my makeup every day, why I can go get my nails done once or twice a month. And I feel feminine because I have a good man by my side, because I have a man that provides for me and provides this life for me and wants to do it willingly. A man that wants you to be feminine, like, that is a man, okay? You cannot change my mind. A man that wants his woman to be feminine, most men either A, don't want to do it, or B, do it and then throw it back in your face. I can truthfully, 100% honestly say that this man has never thrown it in my face, never made me feel guilty, never made me feel like I shouldn't be living like this. If anything, he wants me to live more provided for. Every man truly, deep down, wants to take care of their woman. They want to take care of the kids. They want to provide them with a life that they've always dreamed of. So a man should be working towards that, because they want to take care of you, just like we want to take care of them.
She gets it. Men are wired to provide. It gives us purpose. We love taking care of our own. But catch the key part. She isn't just taking, she is giving back. She talks about cooking, rubbing his feet, and being feminine. That is the trade. Ladies, you can't demand a provider man while acting like a competitor man. You don't get the nails and the shopping trips by nagging. You get them by showing appreciation. Gratitude unlocks the lifestyle. Entitlement locks the wallet. Simple math.
Don't ever let your partner tell you that what you're feeling or what you need is too much. Granted, we all have something to work on, but if your partner is shutting you down when you're just trying to communicate with them and you're not bringing them down, cursing at them, yelling at them, then they are just gaslighting you so that they don't have to deal with it, so that they can belittle you and you'll forget it, or you'll tell yourself, okay, maybe I should stop. A healthy partner will sit there and listen to you. A healthy partner will talk to you about how they see things. A healthy partner will work on it with you. But to have a healthy partner, you have to let go of the ones that aren't there for you. We can't start a new chapter with the person that doesn't want to meet us halfway, that doesn't want to change and listen to us. To start a new chapter, you have to walk away from the old one.
Listen, if a man tells you you're acting like a child, 99% of the time, you are acting like a child. She calls it gaslighting. Nah, that's just him refusing to argue with your feelings. Emotions aren't facts. Fellas, you are not her therapist. If she wants to vent for hours without logic, she can pay a professional. You have a purpose to chase. Don't let her drama distract you. If she brings chaos and calls it communication, show her the door. Next.
Men are not that complicated. Women just love to overcomplicate them. A man can appreciate the cooking, the cleaning, the nurturing. All of that stuff matters, yes. But if you really want to know what anchors a man to a relationship, what makes him feel chosen, what makes him feel like a man in his home, it comes down to these three things: loyalty, respect, and desire. Loyalty isn't just don't cheat. It's how you speak about him when he's not in the room. It's how you defend him, follow him, and stand beside him when life gets too much. Men stay where they feel protected by their women just as much as women stay where they feel protected by their man. Then there's respect. Respect is oxygen for a man's masculinity. Talk to any man who's checked out of his relationship and he will tell you the same thing. It wasn't the lack of chores or food. It was the lack of respect. Respect in how you speak to him, how you respond to him, how you look at him, and yes, respect in whether you actually admire who he is. And the last one, desire. A man needs to feel wanted by the woman he's building a life with, not tolerated, not just fine. Wanted, desired, chosen. When a man feels like his woman still looks at him like she's lucky to have him, he'll move mountains. When he doesn't, he slowly dies inside.
She nailed it. Respect is oxygen. That is the quote of the year. Fellas, we don't need complicated mind games. We need to know that when we walk out that door, you have our back. And to the ladies, you can cook a 5-star meal and keep the house spotless. But if you talk down to him or treat him like a paycheck instead of a partner, it means nothing. All right, that's enough internet for today. We saw some high-level delusion and some rare common sense. The lesson? You can't fix the broken ones, so stop trying. Focus on your purpose, stack your paper, and never tolerate disrespect. If you want more raw truth, smash that like button and subscribe right now. Let me know in the comments, which one of these takes was the craziest?